Hey! What is up? Ladies and gentlemen. Well, I hope that each and every one of you are having an incredible day. Well, my name is Jeremy, aka... Well, come on! You know who it is! It's episode 2. It's your boy, R.P.G, Red, Purple, Gold. And I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming by and taking the time to come and check out my brand new YouTube channel. So thank you so much for stopping by. Well, guys, before we get into the main part of this second episode, episode 2, I wanted to be able to give you a couple updates in regards for my second full upcoming album, Break the Chain. Now, I wanted to let you guys know that all of the songs, 100%, are done. Okay, so the album is done. And I'm so excited. You can't even believe how happy I am to be able to say that my second full-length studio album is officially done. Now, right now, my producer, Deshaun, and I, we are currently working on mixing and mastering all 13 songs, which means that I should be able to have a full release date for you very soon. So I'm so excited about that. But, of course, now I know it's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult to wait for that. So, guys, make sure if you haven't already gone and checked it out, go and check out my first full-length studio album, Rooftops and Skylines. Now, that was able to release last year on October the 27th, 2017, to some of the biggest names like iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, all the big ones, all the small ones. Guys, you can go and check that out right now to be able to satiate that hunger until my brand new album, Break the Chain, is released. But guys, now, speaking of that, from my first episode, I am so happy. I am thrilled. Just over the moon. I'm so proud about how well that first episode turned out. And if you guys haven't already had the chance to go and see that first episode, I definitely recommend taking the time and checking out episode 1. Now, like I said, I'm so proud that I was finally able to get that content finally put up on the channel and release episode 1. Of course, though, in transition to that, I feel like I have to come over here a little bit, and also, I feel like I owe each one of you a little bit of an apology. And I'll tell you why. The reason I feel like I feel a little bad, like I owe you an apology, is because I'm sorry about how long it took me to get out that first episode. But I will tell you this, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, because the reason why it's not that I didn't want to put a lot of focus into YouTube, because I know how amazing of a tool it really is, but I had it up here in my mind that it was so difficult to be able to put content out onto YouTube. Basically, a lot of the content creators that I watch, that I follow, YouTube is their main job. It's like their career. And so I knew for me that I was like, do I have to, give that level of time? Do I have to do all of those things to just put something out onto YouTube? 100% no. You guys, it's so easy to be able to put up stuff onto YouTube. It's almost criminal, okay? It's criminally easy to be able to get content put up out onto YouTube. Basically 3 little things. Camera, record, upload. I mean, it's about that simple. And so because of that, it also means that I never have the excuse, me as Jeremy, as RPG, as the artist, as the person putting up the content, I never have an excuse of, well, I don't have the time to put it up, okay, because I'm busy right now. No, I never have that excuse to give because it's that easy to be able to put up the content. Camera, record, upload. Pretty simple. So, but speaking of that, when it comes to episode 1, now guys, again, if you haven't gone and checked that out, feel free to go and take a look on the channel. Go check out episode 1. And I also have my first 2 performances from Bergfest 2018 about 2 months ago up there as well. So you can see my first true performance as R.P.G, the artist. And then later that night, we do another performance. It's a collab performance with, obviously, my man Supreme Savage was up there on stage with me. And we also got to play with the Roccos. And that was so much fun. We did No Diggity, and we brought the house down. So if you haven't gone and checked those out, also definitely check that out as well. But if you have had the chance to be able to check out the first episode, you'll know, and I do, I don't always love to do it, but it does work. I did leave you guys on a little bit of a cliffhanger. I did leave you a little bit of a tease from the first episode. I teased that I was so excited to be able to show you and introduce you to the space where we're going to be spending the majority of our time here on the channel. And, well, we're here at that spot right now. So, guys, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you to the world premiere, the first introduction, the true hello of the brand new studio space here for the channel. So guys, let me grab the camera and you follow me, all right? So again, like I said, this is going to be the brand new space here for the channel, and that is going to be here on the actual YouTube page. So let me follow me and world premiere. All right, you guys. So this is the studio space that we're going to be spending the majority of our time in. Now, as you can tell, this is sort of my office slash studio space, as obviously as you can see right here. And we'll just kind of do a quick little transition around the room so you can kind of get a chance to see everything. But this is going to be the studio space for the upcoming channel, or for the channel now. So let me set that down. All right. All right, guys. Well, I'd officially love to welcome you to the studio space here on the channel. Let me fix something really quick. Beautiful. All right. So, guys, like I said, this is going to be the official studio space for the channel. This is the world premiere. This is the first introduction to the studio space. So I'm so excited to be able to bring this to you. This is the first time that we're actually getting the opportunity to meet here in the studio space. Now, when it comes to the studio, guys, all of this it's so important to me. Each one of these individual pieces, each one of these aspects that I set up here for the studio, I set them all up very specifically. And, maybe not each individual piece is in this exact spot because I had it in my head. But for the most part, I set it all up specifically to convey this type of a look. That's a place that we are going to be spending a lot of time together. And I'm just so excited that I'm now, for the first time, really getting the chance to introduce you to it. Now, like I said, you guys are going to be learning so much more about me as the artist, as R.P.G, Red, Purple, Gold. But this space, each one of these individual pieces holds a very important and special place to me as the individual. And each one of these individual pieces, they all have their own individual story. And what's that? I'm sorry, did I hear something? Oh, I did. I heard the perfect transition back to the original themes of episode 1. And that, if you remember from episode 1, was writing and storytelling. And like I said, each one of these individual pieces tells its own story. But of course, though, like I said from the first episode, like each lyric tells a story, but what kind of story is it telling? Well, that same idea still rings true, that each one of these individual pieces tells its own individual story. But where do you think that those stories come from? Well, they come from you. They come from me. They come from the individual. They come from your own personal and shared experiences with the people that you love, with people that maybe you hate. Who knows? But they come from your own personal experiences. They'll come from your heart. They come from your hopes and from your dreams. From all of those life experiences, from the day that you were born up until the day that you die. All of those hold importance to you, and that is where those stories come from. Which is exactly why on the other side of that coin, it's so easy to tell when you're not keeping it real. It's so simple to know when you're trying to stunt, when you are trying to put off a persona that isn't you, when you are trying to put out a front. It's so easy to be able to tell when you're trying to speak on things that you don't have a lot of shared experience with. But that is something that is very important to the storytelling aspect, that you use those personal experiences to create and tell your stories. Because what they'll do is that they'll make it so much easier to paint the picture so that when other people are there listening to you as well, they'll be able to see in their mind their own recreation of what you're talking about. And that's so important. But now, like one of the other things that I talked about from the first episode that I think is so important when it comes to storytelling is the fact that all stories come in 3 parts: a beginning, a middle, and an end. And my story, well, like I said, my story is no different. However, though, we are not here at my story at the end of my story. In fact, we're not even here at the middle of my story. We are all the way over here at step number 1. We are at the beginning of my tale, of the story, of the true saga that is R.P.G. Red, Purple, Gold. And because we are here at the start, I want you guys to be with me for the whole journey. From the start to the middle to the end. I want you guys here with me for every part, for each step of the way. Now, with that being said, since we are here at the start of my journey, and this is YouTube, you guys feel free, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to share, to like, subscribe, and also make sure and hit that notification bell so that each time I'm able to drop a new video or get out a new piece of content for you guys, you'll be the first to know. And so with that being said, you guys, I am here at the beginning of my journey. We're here at the start, chapter 1 of my tale, of my story. We are here at the very first step of the saga that is R.P.G. And so because of that, you know who it is. It's your boy, R.P.G. Red, Purple, Gold, signing out. Guys, I cannot wait until we are able to meet again to be on the next step of the journey. I'll talk with you soon. Peace.